Hola Colchoneros, this is me, Alex, and as usual, I have with me Saint Keeks. And today is a very, very amazing day as a Atleti fan, actually, because one of our star players has just been announced by our club. Clément Lenglet has signed a contract with Atlético de Madrid, and the contract is until 2028 as well. So, yeah. So we have to see Longley for the next 3 years, which I think Saint Kicks would like to see pretty much, like for 3 years. Wow, a really, really good 3 years coming up. So
Mm-hmm.
the thing was, he ended his contract with Barcelona, which saved them around 32 million. And since he terminated his contract with Barcelona, they didn't ask for any transfer fee. So like we're getting Longley for absolutely free. Now, I know most of the Atleti fans are not really happy about it. I mean, even I'm not really happy about it. But I mean, like this is the guy who played in 32 matches for us this season. 32 matches, that's a lot. And I think like again, like he was a part of that 15 match unbeaten streak as well. So, are we really being like too much harsh on him? Or like I think we should have parted ways with him. Now, I don't know to be honest. My honest opinion, I would say, as a rotational player, good. I mean, like he's coming for free. He's coming on a reduced salary, and again, for rotational player, I think pretty good. We're getting an experienced defender who can play here and there, especially against small teams where we have to like play our second team. But I think the problem would be when we keep starting him regularly if we don't sign anyone else as in any other defender. We knew we are gonna sign two defenders. Is Longley one of them? I hope not. I really hope not. But I'm gonna just ask Saint Keeks. Saint Keeks, congratulations by the way on the Longley thing, your favorite play. What are your first impressions and thoughts?
I think of what we saw of Longley this season, I'm surprised that Atletico went through all of these hoops for a player like him. I think, I don't know. It's just like not only are we helping Barcelona reach financial fair play by absolving them of like 2 years of fees, the very high fees to to Atletico, where you're bringing in his wages into like yeah, it's reduced, but it's not gonna be as reduced as people think it is. So we're bringing in big wages, with getting rid of Barcelona's big wages, right? In the process, he has been our worst defender in terms of the weak link aspect of it, and it's just like, all right, cool. So we had our buyback is basically there's no negotiation. We just pay. We call that George, right? We had to get all this situation with Barcelona to do all this. We weaken ourselves in the process and then strengthen Barcelona in the process, and I don't see how this makes any sense to me. But hey, I guess we have a defender that probably, I don't really want to seem too cynical, but that probably means Mourinho isn't coming. We're probably gonna push for Romero, and that probably means that's that, and Mourinho probably comes the next summer or something like that. Didn't tell you. I
Yeah,
if
I think that's true. I mean, like we still have like the buyback clause of Mourinho for the next couple of seasons, which is again good. I mean, like I'm really thankful to Andrea Berta for that, to be honest. Like he did that like
a
deal
last
perfectly.
a last
He
what do you
did
call it? A farewell
perfectly.
gift for us, huh?
Exactly. But talking about Longley, I mean, like I don't know what to say to be honest. Like I think like Longley, even last season, like like when every Atleti fan was very excited about the transfer window because again we had really good players coming in. We were having a really amazing transfer window, and then all of a sudden like this Longley bomb dropped, and then all of that excitement was gone. Literally with every Atletico de Madrid fan. And it's the same right now. It's the same right now with Longley getting us announced. I mean, like it's the first signing for us this summer as well, which is quite bizarre because we're literally linked with every other player and every day, to be honest. So yeah, Longley being like the first one to get announced, and that too until 2028. Now, is this the way I see it? I think it's going can be a hit or it can be a miss. I mean, like I can definitely imagine Carlos Buguero and Enrique Cerezo literally, like having fun, enjoying, having wines. Like oh wow, we just got like a very good deal. We got a player for free, absolutely free, a player. Like not to mention our top goal scorer as well. I mean, like among the defenders, because I think like he scored the most goals as a defender for us this season.
Yeah, he did.
And and also Atleti Nation, since you guys are here, like like since this announcement came in for Longley, so Saint Keeks was really happy. He bought a new camera. So yeah, you guys can see that much quality or like camera with it. But I mean, I don't know about this one to be honest. I'm really speechless to be honest. Like if I talk about his stats, I think he has a very good passing accuracy, like almost 90% passing accuracy, which is very good, which is like it's a very good number, I would say. But defensively, is that good? And the answer is no. He like struggles, and like with Real Madrid adding, uh, Trent Alexander Arnold, and then they're gonna get another fullback as well, probably in Alvaro Carreras.
And then
I'm very
Hoyson on top of it.
exactly. I mean, like I'm not sure. Like I mean, like we all know, like Longley always misjudges those aerial balls. Like he's always like if he's jumping, like he misses. And with the quality of Arnold and Alvaro Carreras, with crosses coming in back and forth, and I'm talking about like the big games over here actually. Uh, would he be able to like perform at that level? Because we know like he struggled against past players. We saw against PSG, we saw against Real Madrid, Barcelona, you name it. I mean, like also the next start. I mean, like we conceded 10 penalties last season. Four of them were conceded by Longley, which is like almost 50%, I would say. So basically, again, like as a rotation player, he's great. But if you're thinking him as a starter, I'm not really happy with him. And I would really like right now, I would really be happy if we can get, I would say, Piero Hincapié. Because if we get Piero Hincapié as a left-footed centre back, I think that means Longley won't start in that many of matches. I think for me, the priority right now would be Piero Hincapié instead of Romero. I mean, like, I'd love to have Romero at Atletico de Madrid, but right now, I think my priority would change and I'll go for Piero Hincapié instead because again, I need a like. I mean, that's for sure. Simeone needs a left-footed centre back. That's for sure. We went for Emoso, and then his contract ran out, and then who we replace him with? I mean, like the talks were going for David Hansko, but David Hansko didn't join, and then the cheapest option was Longley, and then we went for it. And now, again, the talks were going for David Hansko, Piero Hincapié. David Hansko might be going to Saudi. The talks are going on. Piero Hincapié, like we know that he'll be our second option if we can't get Romero. That's what the news was. But we've also signed Longley now, and that too, like for 3 years, which I don't know. I just hope like it's not as a starter. I
Oh,
hope it's
just a fun fact. Longley is 29, right? But his
yes.
birthday is in about a week or so. So he will be 30 in a week soon. You know? 3 years signing deal, 30 in a week. Fantastic. That's all I have
I
to
mean that's exactly. I mean like now I can understand actually like Carlos Buquero and Enrique Cerezo are literally drooling because like he's just like soon about to hit 30. They're like, oh damn, we better get him. He's literally a guy, like a guy who's turning 30 soon in his 30s, a defender as well. Anyway, I can just go on and on about this one. What do you think about this in Keeks? What do you think about Longley for 3 years? What do you think about his stats with 90% passing accuracy, but defensively not that good? He has, I would say, guys, he has 1.6 tackles per game in La Liga. 1.6. That's fucking low. 1.6 per game in La Liga. I mean, what? Like, and he has 18 recoveries. Just 18 recoveries in La Liga. Pass accuracy is
That's
definitely impressive, but 18 recoveries and 1.6 tackles per game, that's way too low. Like I guess like I mean like it really like like it's the stats are saying like what we see on the field. Like he literally just stands there and watch when
it.
it
It
comes to like a defensive play.
it is what it is. I I don't like talking about Longley because of the fact that we've talked about Longley so much this season about that
Exactly.
entire
Like
month of March where we were just like, I can't believe Longley done it again. I can't believe. I was like, so everybody says, oh well, he could be useful in these small games, right? And then you remember he threw away points. He could have thrown away points in Real Valladolid game, one of the worst teams we've ever seen in La Liga in terms of overall points tally and overall team, right? And effectively a segunda team for La Liga, right? Not not to undermine them, but you didn't really play by players for La Liga, and it kind of showed, and you went straight back down. That's fine. Uh, Probably not for the fans of the team, but in terms of if this is what you're doing against these type of players, what am I supposed to expect against the highest level? And I already know, which is in the Champions League. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you even play the games. I hope Jimenez never gets injured. I hope Lineman never gets injured. I hope whoever else we buy as centre back never gets injured. I hope I don't see Longley this season. And I hope he gets disgruntled and I hope he leaves next season. That's how I feel about it. Because
I mean,
at
good
30,
point.
at
Good
30
point.
on high wages, one of our worst centre backs in terms of the defensive capabilities. Yes, he can pass well. Yes, he has certain good capabilities. Yes, he scored 3 goals. Good job on him. We can get
Two
somebody
two
who can
assists as well.
pass.
Two assists as well.
Yes,
One
2 assists.
free.
Amazing. He could do. We. It's not impossible to get a centre back who can do the same level of passing while having good attacking and having good offense. That's quite literally what Romero did for Tottenham like last season, right? You had all of the same prospects while scoring 5 goals for Tottenham in the 23-24 season. It's like the point was, and Hincapié got 2 goals and 2 assists this season for Leverkusen. It's like the point is more so, it's not that you need to spend money and you need to do these other things, but it's like, why would you cheap out on one of the areas that we've been cheaping out for so many years and have literally lost results in? Last season, he spent almost 200 million to recover some parts of the defense because you realized this is a problem area and we need to get better, right? You'd say so. This season, you immediately cheap out on the same area that we needed to reinforce because that was one of the reasons that we stopped us from getting to the titles. I I can't say it enough. I really can't say it enough. I'm not a fan. I hope he does well, but I really don't want him to do that well that he would stay. I'm disappointed that this is what the club's ambition is. We had the whole club World Cup window. We've seemingly only signed Longley so far. As that, I
The way I
ugh.
see, I think the way I see it, I think this season he's going to be a rotational player. I mean, like I hope he'll be. If we sign one more center back, and I think
Mm,
like that's it. I think we're gonna just sign one center back now. So like only one center back is gonna come. It's
mm.
gonna be either Cuti Romero or either Piero Incapi. That's it. That's the only two names I can think of right now. And again, like I'll be in dreamland if I would say like both Cuti Romero and Piero Incapi can come in the same transfer window. I mean, like since Longley has signed his contract until 2028. I don't see it happening. Piero Incapi and Cuti Romero coming in the same window because Witsel is leaving, Espilicueta is leaving. That's two centre backs. I think
Ronaldo's probably
Longley
leaving.
again. Ronaldo, I think that's a different area. I think that's again. We'll talk about Theo Hernandez as well, which again later on. So again, I would say so. Espilicueta and Axel Witsel. I think. Longley might be replacing one of them. I think so. Maybe at the end of the season, if we think about like maybe we need one more center back. Okay, like we had Longley and then we had Azpilicueta and Witsel as well this season. We had five center backs this season with Jimenez and then Lenormand, Witsel, Azpilicueta, and Longley. We had five center backs. So two are leaving. We sure know. So like, I mean, still, I think like at the end of the season we might go for Mourinho. It can be an option, but I think Atleti is not rushing for it right now. Think they just need like a good center back with good passing, which again, which is bizarre because you can get many center backs with that same numbers
I,
and with much
you
better
don't think
defensive
that's
record as well.
disappointing, no? A young centre back from Uruguay, who well stocked in centre backs, right? So they have Jimenez, they have Araujo, they have other players who are like high quality, right? But Mourinho wants to prove himself. There's a World Cup year coming up. It'd be perfect for him to get come to Atletico, show his defensive prowess, shore us up, be a prospect, and allow himself to get the potential things. Like Longley just got his first call up for France since 3 years ago and conceded five, and was a direct result of like three of those goals. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know.
True, true. But I would say, I mean, like Nations League matches, I think they don't really matter to me that much. I can't
That's
really
fair
judge a
enough.
player. I can't really judge a player on that. But I think I've seen enough of Longley this season as well, as well. But I would say it maybe, like I was saying, like maybe Atleti has a plan for him, 3 years contract, maybe because we can, let's say, we can use him as a rotational player, hopefully. And then when the transfer window comes, maybe Atleti is like looking for some profit because again, we got him for free, right? And I just remember this as like a Soyuncu thing. We got Soyuncu for free. We sold him for around 10 million, or I think 10, 12 million to Fenerbahce. And the same thing can happen with Longley as well. I think we can easily get 10 to
I
15 million
think
for Longley. There can be that business thing going on in the head of Carlos Boquero. Maybe. I mean, like, maybe I'm being delusional as well. I don't
you're
know.
being a little delusional
But
because if Barcelona couldn't sell Longley to Aston Villa and Tottenham, and again to Atletico, we're probably not selling it. We don't sell well. Barcelona sell better than
that's
us, and they don't sell well. So I don't know.
that's
I don't
true.
have
That's true. But again, I mean, like, if Simeone can literally, like, make Longley come back to the French national team, which is pretty jacked up right now with every youngster in the world they have still Longley made it to the French national team. I think maybe Simeone can, like make him that 10 million, 15 million guy because he will get his chances, that's for sure. I mean, like we all know, like he almost like played most of the games in our season. And again, the thing about Longley is, I think like he started well. I'm not like I'll give his credit as well. Like he started well, and like I think like he's played most of the big matches as well. He's played against Real Madrid, he's played against Barcelona. He played against PSG. I remember like literally him playing against PSG, gifting the ball to PSG, and they literally scored from that goal as well.
yeah, I remember that.
Uh, that one mistake, and then I think that he played a decent game against Real Madrid, and then Barcelona, which was the 2-1 win. I think he played a
You mean you
decent
remember the
game.
penalty giveaway in the Real Madrid game?
The Champions League, yes, I was talking about La Liga actually, but yes, I was getting
Oh,
there, but
remember
yes,
in La Liga where he forgot the ball and then Bellingham, so Rodrigo got a ball into the box that he should have cleared. Right, I remember that too.
yes, that did happen as well.
It's not looking
Damn,
good, is
that's
it?
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like
Oh
find some
boy.
good things for him, like because look, I feel sorry for the guy as well because the thing is like at the end of the day, he's a human being, he has feelings, and like he's literally
I
getting bashed by his own fans. Literally reminds me of Harry Maguire,
I
like how
understand. I understand that point of view. I think probably a lot more of my frustration shouldn't be aimed at Longley so much as it should be at the board. We have
exactly, exactly,
should have ambitions. We did have ambitions last season with I think the last hurrah of Plata, which is bringing in Alvarez into the team, bringing in some of these other players, getting Mourinho to have that buyback clause. He had some good moments, and he eventually left. Right on one of his better summers with Atletico. But this ambition that we had, where we're trying to be like we're trying to get rid of the old and start with the new. Saul is back. I don't know what's going on with Saul. Lamar is still here. Longley has been renewed for 3 years. I don't know. It's not Longley's fault that I'm upset, I should say, but I really don't like Longley, and I really wish we didn't have him. That's all I have to say. I guess that's it. I'm done.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. I'm just being delusional, but I hope like we use him as a profitable asset, which we can use in the transfer market for 10 to 15 million. And also, like I said, I mean, like we had the perfect opportunity, right? Uh, like Barca owed him 32 million euros. Okay, we had him for like an entire season. We used him. He played well, no doubt. In few matches, he played well. I have to give it to him. He did play well in few matches. But like in some matches, he didn't. But again, I would say we had a perfect opportunity. Fine, like like he had his time. We had a good time. Thank you so much, can go back to your club. Now this is Barcelona's headache, what they do with him, not us. We can just move on, right? We can sign someone else. We can go look for a different defender as well. Because again, Longlo, there is no clause in Longlet's contract that he has to play specific number of games that like like we have to actually like buy him. That buy clause, there was no clause in his contract. We just took an arrow right into our ass. That's what this is. Because
Yeah.
again, like I said, there was no close. He could have like gone back to Barca without any hesitation. We don't have anything to deal with Longley. He terminates his contract. He doesn't terminate his contract. He stay in Barca for those 32 million euros. He doesn't stay in Barca. He go on another loan. And I'm telling you this, if Atletico doesn't take him, let's say like if we didn't like like we wouldn't have like took him, I'm telling you, he's going back to Sevilla for sure. He's going
Probably.
back to Sevilla, or he's going back to somewhere like, let's say, Brentford or something in the Premier League. Because again, I don't know like why we go for these kind of players to be honest. Like Soyuncu again, another random. He couldn't start for Leicester City, and then somehow we just ended up signing him. And then he had a few red cards here and there, and then gone. Like shipped back to Turkey. Long situation, I don't understand. That's what I was saying. Like, I think Piero Nkapie right now is my priority signing for the centre back. Like, I would have loved Cuti Romero, but now, as the situation is, I want Piero Nkapie at Atletico de Madrid. I can't see this guy starting every game because Simeone will start him because of that
I can
passing
I can
accuracy.
100% understand your logic. To be honest with you, I can understand your logic. It makes sense.
Yeah, exactly, because Simeone will start him because like Simeone needs a centre back who can, like get through those, who can like literally pass through those gaps, who can, like go with the ball, who can take the ball up front to the field, who has good passing accuracy. I think Simeone will definitely ignore the defensive things. That's why my priority right now is Piero Nkapie. Anyway, your closing thoughts on this, and then yeah, we'll ask our fans.
I hope my initial feelings on this situation is wrong. I hope that Alex is right about this being an insane money scheme. I hope that somehow this all works out. The ambition of the fans is recognized by the board, and we do actually get some good signings, and we can actually challenge for the trophies. Because I think we have enough good players in our squad, like Barrios, like Giuliano, like Alvarez, like Jimenez, that want to push for these titles, and I think it'd be a perfect way to send off some of our legends like Koke and Griezmann and get them that little bit of love that they have given us for over 8 to 10 years now. Like it. I hope that that's what happens in the summer. I hope that we have strategic planning. I hope that we have these other things. But we've talked about it in the last thing with Jeremy. We're not as optimistic. I hope it still works out. That's all I feel. That's all I feel right now.
So yeah, there you go, Atleti Nation, and do let us know your opinions on the signing of Longley, and please subscribe to the channel as well, like the video, share it with your friends. Let's grow this Atletico de Madrid fan community. And if you would like to be on our channel, like you're free to join us. Do let us know because again, this is Athletic Fanatics is all about fans and by fans. Uh, also, our next goal is 500 subscribers, so help us reach that goal as well. And I'm telling you this. If you haven't seen our last video, we talked a lot about Longley in the last video as well. You guys can go and check it out as well. And so this one we especially made for Longley. I think this is the last time we're talking about Longley until the season starts and until he do something stupid when, there's some, especially in the Club World Cup or like any other match. This is the last time we speak of Longley until the match day comes in.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. I mean, like, I hope this is the last time. But anyway, until next time, I think we'll have a next preview of the Club World Cup pretty soon because, again, the World Cup starts within 6 days and we'll have a preview of the World Cup pretty soon. Until then, keep following this channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and let's hope for the best. And until then, Opa Atleti. Ciao, ciao.